What if the next iPad mini becomes the biggest upgrade in the history of Apple's smallest tablet, but also the most expensive version ever released? And what if, instead of buying the new iPad mini, you end up choosing Apple's first foldable iPhone instead? That is the question many Apple fans are asking as more rumors continue to appear. The iPad mini has always occupied a unique place in Apple's lineup. It is larger than a smartphone but much smaller than a traditional tablet, making it perfect for travelers, students, readers, and professionals who want something powerful that easily fits into a small bag. However, the technology market is changing rapidly, and the next generation of devices could completely reshape where the iPad mini fits. Today, we are looking at everything we know so far about the upcoming iPad mini 8, including the rumored OLED display, new processor, possible design refinements, expected pricing, and whether it will still be worth buying in 2026. After spending almost 1 year and 10 months with the current iPad mini powered by Apple's A19 Pro chip, there are plenty of real-world experiences worth discussing. Some aspects continue to impress every day, while others have started to show their limitations. Those experiences make the rumors surrounding the next model even more interesting because they reveal exactly where Apple needs to improve if it wants to keep the mini relevant. According to multiple industry reports, Apple is preparing what could become the biggest upgrade to the iPad mini in at least 5 years. The feature attracting the most attention is the possibility of an OLED display replacing the traditional LCD panel. If Apple finally makes this transition, it would completely transform the viewing experience. OLED technology offers perfect blacks because individual pixels can turn off completely. It also delivers richer colors, significantly better contrast, and improved energy efficiency when displaying darker content. For users who spend hours reading digital books, watching movies during flights, editing photos, or playing games, the difference could be immediately noticeable. Even though the display is expected to remain around 8.4 inches, maintaining the compact size that people already love, the visual quality alone could make the device feel much more premium. Unfortunately, there is one disappointment that keeps appearing in nearly every rumor. Despite receiving OLED technology, the display may still be limited to a 60 Hz refresh rate. That means users should not expect Apple's promotion technology or the silky smooth 120 Hz scrolling found on the iPad Pro models. Reports suggest Apple may use an LTPS OLED panel rather than the more advanced LTPO technology. The display would certainly look better, but the overall responsiveness would still fall short of the company's flagship tablets. Performance is another area where Apple appears ready to deliver a substantial upgrade. Current speculation suggests the iPad mini 8 could be powered by either the A19 Pro or even the A20 Pro chipset, depending on its release schedule. Either processor would provide desktop-class performance inside one of Apple's smallest devices. Everyday tasks would become nearly instant, while demanding applications such as video editing, 3D rendering, advanced gaming, and AI-powered software would run effortlessly. Apple continues investing heavily in artificial intelligence, so a newer chip would likely unlock additional Apple Intelligence features that simply cannot run on older hardware. The Mini has always been surprisingly powerful for its size, and this next generation could push that reputation even further. Battery efficiency should also improve thanks to the newer manufacturing process, allowing users to work, stream, and browse for even longer without reaching for the charger. Some rumors even mention upgraded memory and faster storage, which would help multitasking feel smoother than ever before. Another interesting rumor involves Apple's possible adoption of surface vibration speaker technology. Instead of relying entirely on traditional speaker grills, vibrations within the display or frame could produce clearer sound while freeing internal space for other components. This approach might also improve water resistance because fewer openings would exist around the device. Although this feature remains speculative, it demonstrates that Apple may be exploring new ways to modernize the Mini without dramatically changing its compact design. Small refinements like these rarely receive major headlines, yet they often contribute significantly to the overall user experience. Better audio quality would improve video calls, movie watching, music playback, and gaming sessions, especially for users who frequently use the device without headphones. Now comes the part that concerns many potential buyers the most: pricing. OLED displays are expensive, and Apple has never been known for absorbing increased manufacturing costs. Several reports suggest the starting price could increase by approximately $100. In the United States, that could mean the entry-level iPad mini jumps from around $599 to nearly $699. Once higher storage options and cellular connectivity are added, the total price could climb much higher. International buyers may face an even steeper increase because exchange rates, import taxes, and regional pricing often push Apple's products well beyond their American retail prices. In some countries, a fully configured iPad mini could approach the equivalent of $1,100 or more. At that level, the mini would no longer feel like the affordable entry into Apple's premium tablet lineup. Instead, it would compete directly with larger iPads, premium Android tablets, and even some lightweight laptops. That dramatically changes the buying decision because consumers begin comparing it against entirely different categories of devices. Looking back at daily use with the current iPad mini, its strengths remain easy to appreciate. It is incredibly lightweight, extremely portable, and comfortable to hold for extended periods. Whether reading ebooks, browsing the web, taking handwritten notes with Apple Pencil during meetings, or watching videos on a plane using a compact stand, the mini excels in situations where larger tablets feel cumbersome. It slides effortlessly into backpacks, handbags, and even larger jacket pockets, making it one of the most travel-friendly devices Apple has ever produced. However, usage habits naturally evolve over time. Since Apple introduced larger and more capable iPads, many users have discovered that bigger displays simply provide a better experience at home. Watching movies, editing documents, multitasking between applications, and browsing the internet often feels more enjoyable on a larger screen. As a result, the Mini has gradually become a secondary device reserved mainly for travel, commuting, and outdoor use rather than everyday entertainment around the house. Connectivity habits have changed as well. Apple's increasing reliance on eSIM technology means fewer users are choosing cellular models, especially when tethering from a smartphone has become so simple. Many people already carry unlimited data plans on their phones, making a separate cellular subscription for the Mini harder to justify. If the next generation becomes significantly more expensive, the Wi-Fi version may become the obvious choice for many buyers. Display brightness is another important consideration. The current model performs adequately indoors but can struggle under direct sunlight. If the rumored OLED panel also boosts peak brightness to around 800 nits or even higher, outdoor visibility would improve dramatically. That would benefit travelers, photographers, students, sports fans, and anyone who frequently uses the tablet outside. Perhaps the biggest challenge facing the iPad mini is not another tablet at all, but Apple's rumored foldable iPhone. Reports suggest Apple is actively developing a foldable smartphone with an internal display measuring approximately 7.7 inches. While slightly smaller than the mini screen, it would provide a remarkably similar viewing experience once unfolded. That raises an important question. If one device can function as both a premium smartphone and a compact tablet, does the iPad mini still have a clear purpose? Carrying a single foldable device instead of both an iPhone and an iPad mini could become extremely appealing despite the expected premium price. Early estimates suggest Apple's foldable iPhone may cost around $2,000 or even more, but when buyers compare that against purchasing a high-end iPhone Pro alongside a new OLED-equipped iPad mini, the total investment begins looking surprisingly similar. Suddenly, one expensive device replacing two separate products becomes a realistic consideration. Of course, the answer will depend on individual needs. Creative professionals who rely heavily on Apple Pencil support may still prefer the dedicated tablet experience. Students who spend hours writing notes or artists who sketch regularly will appreciate the larger workspace and optimized software available on iPadOS. However, if stylus usage has become less important and portability remains the highest priority, the appeal of a foldable iPhone becomes much stronger. Ultimately, the biggest question surrounding the iPad mini 8 is not whether it will be more powerful or feature a better display. Those improvements seem increasingly likely. The real question is whether Apple can justify a higher price while convincing customers that a dedicated compact tablet still deserves a place in their everyday lives. With larger smartphones, increasingly capable foldables, and more affordable tablets entering the market, Apple must deliver more than incremental upgrades. If it succeeds, the iPad mini 8 could become the best compact tablet ever made. If not, 2026 may mark the beginning of a very different future for Apple's smallest iPad.